Hold on. So you can see that lady and I in the car. I'm at my fat angle again. I'm gonna go get a little fatter. Lady and I are going to Hardee's, Carl's Jr., Big Star place. I don't know which one it's called in the Middle East. I think you told me it was called Carl's Jr. Because we had that big conversation where they were the same things, and Arab people visiting the Middle East would come back with like frozen bags of it on the airplane. Like a really big deal. The lighting's probably not great because it's so bright. Yeah, hopefully it's not too loud either. Whatever. There you go. Hopefully it's not too loud. The air conditioner. Driving too. I don't know how much the microphone really picks up. Lady and I were gonna go for a donut this morning. Just a single donut, it was like 95 cents. But we didn't because I could not find my keys. You know, when like you lose something and you're convinced, well, I guess for you, it's more common for someone to actually take it. But for me, whenever I lose something, I'm convinced someone takes it because I'm positive I put it on the couch, or I leave it on the couch, or I leave it on the bench. I put it somewhere where I know where it is. Like, that's my last memory of it. But then I also have like this foggy memory of I did move it, but I don't remember where to, and maybe I didn't move it, maybe I just thought about moving it, and yeah, because my room looks like a hurricane hit it, you know, it's not difficult to find things. The problem with my room right now is there's too much shit. Like, there just is. There's too many pillows, there's too many blankets, there's too many everything, you know, it's a whole to-do in my room of things that I don't need, like that fucking chair. I hate that chair. That's my biggest complaint, is the chair. Everything else, you know, I vaguely understand why it's there. The pillows, they're decorative or something, I don't know. The pillows are stupid. Those are fucking stupid. You don't need 12 pillows on a goddamn bed. You need 2, maybe 4, if you're like, sorry person on a farm or on a lawnmower. You're really not supposed to be on a lawnmower on this road. I mean, this is the road that's construction right now, and like they open it up after the work day is over, so about 5 o'clock for construction workers, which I have another complaint about construction workers afterwards. They open it up, but they don't, it's a narrow road, and they don't move any of their shit off the road, so it's like, how are we supposed to get through? And it's a busy road. It's one of the main roads to and from my subdivision, and to and from 3 other subdivisions, maybe 4, that are right there. You know, 2 are by mine, and 1 is on the other side. Is like south of the road, not north. Man, Hardee's, they're open, because it is absolutely empty here. Maybe they're not open. We'll see. The parking lot is absolutely empty. We're going through the drive-thru. Hi, can I get the number 2, half-pound, plain?
Okay, what's the drink?
A Coke and curly fries.
Okay, number 2 and a half-pound with curly fries and a Coke?
Yes.
I figured for those $8.90 before.
I have all these ones in my wallet that I never get to use. And it looks like I'm going to a strip club and going to a cheap strip club. I don't know how much they actually charge at a strip club. Like the strippers, like how much is standard to tip. I've never been to one. God, my card is not that pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But yeah, you gotta finally have a chance to use some of them. Which ones are very misleading. They make your wallet look fat, like you have a lot of money, but you don't.
$8.90. Do you need kids for anything?
No thanks.
It'll be like 2 minutes on French fries.
I have 2 minutes to wait for the French fries. So I'm gonna talk to you, and they're gonna think I'm crazy. Well, that lady, they're like cleaning out the ice cream pan, I guess, like all the frost. And that lady is like too short, so that when she bends over, her feet are coming off the ground. It's pretty fun, pretty cartoon. But yeah, the road construction is huge. They're done working on it, but it's such a narrow road that they leave all their shit on it, and you can't really get through. It's stupid. But I think I told you our house, our backyard is being landscaped so that like there's no longer a hill in the backyard. It's just a little like dip, really, that makes it difficult to mow. And they're doing like actual landscaping too, with like the flowers and stuff to change where the garden is. And I guess they wanted it to be professional this year because they started it. My parents started it when I graduated high school, so 2008, and it was just like my mom doing it in her spare time, and then my dad had to help, and I was helping too while I was there, and for the summer, and like it didn't get finished for 3 or 4 years. Like I think I was like we had this big pile of rock on our driveway for 3 years, I think, and it wasn't until like we got someone else to do it that all the rock got used up. It was like pea gravel that you would use in place of like mulch, wood chips. So yeah, and then that same year they were redoing my bathroom. It was like the beginning of all the remodeling my parents had planned, and my mom got pissed at my dad because, you know, after 2 months the bathroom wasn't finished, when at that point it had been 2 years since they started the gardening project, and she had made like 0 progress. Thank you. Yeah. Which, I mean, like, when she started the project, it was because, like, she was working per diem at the hospital, which is where, like, they would call her if they needed her. She was basically on call all the time. She was working night shifts in the cardiac ward, cardiac level. And, sorry, there's a lot of traffic, so I'm kind of distracted. Going over first. Okay. Oh god, thrown. Yeah, sorry if that's a little nausea-inducing. But yeah, my mom worked at the cardiac unit, and so like she was getting less and less hours, and at first it was fine, you know, it was whatever. She was making more money because she was working the night shift, and she was like the most experienced nurse, one of the most experienced nurses on the floor, and she was like, okay, this is fine, whatever. And then she kept getting less, and she was working like 1 day a week. And then she like, we haven't, in my lifetime, we've never really been desperate for money or anything. We've always been like middle class at least, and lately it's been upper middle class. But I guess because she wasn't working, she was like really panicking and stuff, like more retirement, I'm sure, than anything else. So we, as a family, we started doing a paper route, where I would have to wake up, even though I wanted nothing to do with it. I had to wake up, and it'd be like 3 in the morning. We'd have to fold the newspapers. We have to put them in the rubber bands. If it was raining or had been raining, we had to put them in the plastic sheets. And yeah, it was no fun. Yeah, so we did all that, and it amounted to like $200 for 30 hours of work. So it was like less than minimum wage, and we were splitting it. So it was like I would get half, and my mom would get half, and or well, my parents would get half, because I did it every night. Whereas my mom, she because she was still technically working, she what do you call it? Like when it was a night where she would work, my dad would wake up early, no complaints. Like, I gotta get the guy credit for that. He does not complain about having to do work. He's a hard worker. Well, not a hard worker, but he doesn't mind shit, easy jobs, or well, any jobs. He just takes forever to do them. If he has forever, he takes as long as he needs. It's a very engineering construction thing. But yeah, anyway, he and I would go out if my mom was working, and if my mom wasn't working, then it would just be me. It would be me and her, and like I said, we did it for a summer. We were like, this is like zero money for the amount of work. They didn't even reimburse us for gas, which we were doing enough houses that, I mean, if we were carrying them by hand in like a little satchel or whatever, it would not. We would be carrying like 100 pounds worth of newspaper, you know? We had like 200 houses, so it was probably more than that actually. And we got like 25 cents. No, we got 10 cents a house. Yeah, so I think it was something like that. It was like 10 cents a house. So we were making like $20 a day. So each week we got, I guess it might have been like 25 cents a house. So each week we got, or each day we got, if we had 200, that was about $50 a day, which isn't that much money, especially for my parents. I mean, that's less than minimum wage, and then we're splitting it, so it's even less. But this is all a tangent. The main thing I was kind of going to tell you about is that I was driving yesterday, 2 days ago, whenever I went to the library last. I came home, and the people on the construction crew, they were sitting in their wheelbarrows, like they were like seats, and I was just home for a little bit because I wanted to go and then get like something to eat. No, I didn't go in and get something to eat. Where did I go? Oh, I took Lady for a walk, and so I did that, and we were gone, 10, 20 minutes probably, because it was hot. It was like the middle of the day, and they were still sitting in their seat in their little wheelbarrows. And I understand it's a hot day, they need their rest, they need water, shade, etc. But it was like they had done no work. It wasn't even like lunchtime or anything. It was just, it's what construction crews do. I've been on construction crews. I understand it's hard work, and it's backbreaking work, and you don't want to do it. No one wants to do it, but it's annoying. Like, especially when it's like for our house. I don't really care that much. I don't care that they were sitting in the gravel and the wheelbarrows, but because the road construction crews do it too, it's really annoying because it takes forever to get anything done. And I hate it. I hate that the roads are always clogged up. That's why I hate driving. I can't walk during it too because it's everywhere. And they look at you like, what are you doing here? Stop trespassing on our sign. I'm like, it's a road. I have no other fucking way to go because America is not walkable. Anyway, we're home. Lady wants to have some of this food, so I'm going inside. I love you, Mary. I know it's a hard time right now, but I really do love you.